Greetings, Indie Warriors. Did you miss me? Welcome back to I Dream of Indie Games, or if it's your first time here at the channel, so good to have you. I'm Old Gamer Joe. We are all about bringing a voice to the voiceless ones in gaming, and this is your Dream Drop, which is live at the beginning of every single week. We run through every indie release that has us excited, and yes, we include AA and niche titles on these lists too. This week's releases are for the week of September 8th through the 14th of 2025. And real quick, before we hop into all those splendid looking indie delights, consider supporting independent content because you know it as well as I do, YouTube is hiding honest gaming coverage these days. So help us keep the lights on. It's really the only way. Patreon.com/idreamofindiegames. You'll gain Discord access to the greatest indie gaming community, enjoy early ad-free shows, receive a shout out at the end of every video we produce, our podcast 3 days early, and so much more. Your new indie gaming community is waiting for you. All right then, let's get this indie party started with Shape of Dreams. Let's see if we can make this indie developer's dreams come true. It launches on the 10th for the Steam PC platform. Lizard Smoothie is our developer here, and publisher NeoWiz. And you know, dreams are really strange. Sometimes they're scary, and sometimes you wake up right before the really good part happens. Gosh, I hate that. Shape of Dreams takes place in a dreamlike world and features roguelite elements. Expect fast, frantic combat, intense battles, and you can even enjoy the game with up to 3 of your friends. Enemies look pretty freaky in this game. There's tons of different skills to learn, different modifiers and artifacts. The combinations are endless. Well, probably not endless, but there's a lot of them, okay? You'll have 8 travelers to pick between, 8 different worlds to explore, and plenty of bosses to take down. See if you can survive these dreams and nightmares when the game launches later this week. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. Hopefully this next game doesn't hose ya when it comes out. I believe it's launching for $34.99 for PC, PS, and Xbox. It's Firefighting Simulator Ignite, where you will naturally take on fires. Fire. Cool. Did you ever dream of being a firefighter, but you never quite made it to that level, or you just found something else to do with your life? Hey, it's totally cool and probably a lot safer to do in this video game. Play the role of the hero and work together with a team of up to 4. Yes, there is a co-op mode in this one as well. Find the best strategy to take down these fires. Approach them with caution. There's 8 different characters to choose between, a variety of different outfits as well, and some really amazing flame effects based on this video. Plus, mods are going to be a huge part of the experience, so the PC version will definitely have a bit of an advantage there. Ooh, it's gonna be a hot one on the 9th. Next up, and I promise I'll start putting these in release order now, I'm an idiot, is Starfire Eternal Cycle, which I had to sing in the tune of Crossfire. You 90s kids will get that one. This one has an arcade vibe to it with some roguelite progression, of course. Wouldn't be an indie game these days, it seems, without a little bit of roguelike action in there, right? But it should potentially keep you playing over and over again. That is, if the loop doesn't get super boring. Hey, you can find out for yourself because there's a demo available for this game right now. I haven't tried it just yet, but we are planning to feature this game on I Dream of Indie Games in some form, so I believe Barely Magic Mike will be trying it out for himself. The combat does look pretty fun though, the way you can kind of just dash through your foes and strike them on the other side. Pretty intense stuff. Lots of different loadouts here as well, just as you would expect, and plenty of elemental combinations to be discovered. If you like that roguelite loop and unlocking more and more stuff as you play, this one might be worth a look. You kids in your train builder games, well, add another one to the list because launching on the 8th is Trainatic, coming to us from developer and self-published here, Ryan Forrester. This is a game where you build out a train, upgrade its various cars, you gather a bunch of different resources, and so on and so on. Your train will grow larger and larger, kind of like that Snaky Bus game, but a train instead. There's tons of different cars for players to unlock as they progress throughout the game, and a huge skill tree to partake in. So if you're a member of the train gang, consider adding this one to your wishlist or purchasing the game for yourself. Moving right along, a sequel to a game I don't think I ever played, but it sounds like a lot of other video games, at least in title, Mage Monsters II, which is coming to us from, okay, I'll try it for a laugh, Lassie Zacho Malver. I'm so sorry, Lassie, if I'm saying that wrong. I just said it wrong again because I said it the same way the first time. Anyways, this appears to be an auto-battler, where your hero will grow stronger and stronger the longer you survive. Just like Vampire Survivors and so many other games that have attempted to capture that magic. There's 12 different heroes for you to choose between, 100 upgrades, that's a lot of upgrading, 25 units that you can recruit, and 50 different enemy types. I'm getting all this information from the Steam page, because that's the only place I know where to go for information on this game. I don't actually know these numbers off the top of my head. Either way, if you crave another auto-battler, Mage Monsters II is the game for you. For you cozy fans out there, well, have I got the game for you. Next up is Little Problem. See, cozy is right in the title. A cozy detective game. A game that is, according to the Steam page, not just about saving the world, but, quote, enriching it, one case at a time. The game is all about establishing connections, building friendships. It's not your usual mopey, dreadful affair where somebody's been murdered or anything like that. Well, I don't know. Maybe someone's been murdered, but I'm not really getting that vibe based off of the trailer here. So if you like cats, you like cozy games, you like cute little anime art, well then, keep an eye on this one. It is launching on the 9th from Posh Cat Studios and Amplified Games. Maybe fighting fires wasn't your thing? Well, if you still crave a simulator but want to avoid the heat, how about a sweet treat? Hey, I'm so proud of that. I didn't even use a script. In fact, this whole thing hasn't been a script. You probably knew that. This is Candy Shop Simulator. That's right, you get to run your own candy shack. That means making cakes, selling them, stocking the shelves, expanding upon your shop, and more. This doesn't sound very exciting to me, but I do have to say, I love going into candy shops. I don't know about a game where I run a candy shop, but man, they're kind of rare these days, aren't they? Whenever I see like a random candy shop in a mall, I just have to stop in and get myself one of those cool sour candies of some kind. Hot off of the paws of the announcement of Bubsy 4D, which has a chance of being maybe the first good Bubsy game ever, we have the Bubsy Purrfect collection coming to us from Limited Run Games and Atari. Of course, Limited Run Games was recently involved in the Gex collection, which was pretty damn nostalgic. I had a good time going back and visiting those games. I don't know if that will be the same case with Bubsy, because these games weren't very good to start with. I at least liked some of the Gex games. Bubsy, it's weird, you know, these are 2D platformers that I feel like almost all of us have played at one point or another, and this does include the dreadful 3D as well. But why did we play them? It was maybe just to hold us over until an awesome platformer came out? I don't know. Bubsy still exists though for some reason. He's still around all of these years later. You'll get to play the first game, the second game, and 3D here. Apparently there's also Bubsy in Fractured Furry Tales included in this collection for the Atari Jaguar, which I never played because, like many of you, I never owned a Jaguar. This collection is going to improve the frame rate of Bubsy 3D at least, so hopefully it will be somewhat playable now, I guess. It's going to have full analog controls for the first time. It'll also pay tribute to the franchise as a whole. You'll have manuals that you can go through, lots of different archives full of cool footage and stuff, some video interviews, which I'm very excited about, music player. It'll be cool to learn about the history of Bubsy, even if the games themselves haven't been great. It's definitely a historic franchise for better or worse. A Metroidvania roguelite in the indie gaming scene? No way, that can't be. But yes, there is another one launching this week, Katanaut. It actually looks really cool though, I don't mean to demean it. There's plenty of great Metroidvania roguelite games out there, just a lot of not great ones too. But either way, I think Katanaut has a good chance of being one of the great ones. It has a really cool visual style, as you can see, with some nice smooth animations, pretty rad pixel art, and lots of gore. Blood flying everywhere as you slice into these foes. Looks like there's a bit of gunplay as well, so you can kind of mix and match with your blade and your gun. Hopefully you don't have to parry too much. I know Ashton has talked about this a little bit on the channel too, how she hates parrying. Well, I'm in the same boat. I don't like parrying. But that said, oh, nope, never mind. I'm reading right here, Souls-like combat. So that's not going to end well for me, but the game does look cool, has tons of upgrades that you can unlock. Either way, even if I'm going to suck at it, I think a lot of people will probably want to check this one out. Pretty rad art style, at the least. Lasagna lovers, it's the sequel that nobody asked for. Actually, you know what? Somebody kind of did ask for it. A few somebodies, anyways. Yeah, the original Garfield Kart became somewhat of a meme out there, to the point where I even included it as a joke on one of our lists here where we were talking about kart racers. I can't remember which one exactly, but either way, I did play the original Garfield Kart, and it's janky and broken as hell in a lot of crazy ways, but it's one of those broken games that's kind of fun to play, if that makes sense. It's like a so bad it's good situation. Well, Garfield Kart 2, All You Can Drift, coming to PC and all major consoles, maybe we'll right the ship. Maybe it will actually just be a decent kart racer. The whole crew is here, whether it be Garfield, Odie, Nermal. We all remember Nermal, right? There's shortcuts to discover, bonus items to collect, local and online multiplayer modes. There you go, love to hear that. And even customizable carts that you can toy around with to your heart's content. I'm not gonna write this game off one bit because I just love kart racers, even the bad ones sometimes. Now it's time for a drastic tonal shift with The Bleakest Keep, an action roguelike full of monsters and all sorts of nastiness. Ooh. An evil wizard has overtaken the lands, and now you, playing as Edward, must defeat these evil doers and save your kingdom once and for all. And there's a sexy Elvira-looking chick here too, for some reason. As you begin your adventure from outside of the castle, you'll work your way in, taking down zombies and all sorts of monsters, grabbing new gear and gaining more experience along the way. There are 4 different levels to go through, 30 different weapons, tons of upgrades and abilities, and yes, lots and lots of zombies. Brains! Oh my goodness, it looks like they turned Punch-Out into an anime game in Baki, Hanma, Blood Arena. Now this is a trailer that definitely caught my eye. I've been wondering why more indies don't attempt the Punch-Out formula. A few have, but not very successfully. So I'm hoping that Baki Hanma can break that trend. Just like those classic Punch-Out games, you're going to have 12 different opponents and you'll need to master their patterns, ducking and dodging at the right time and then striking them down. There's 5 different areas to battle in and plenty of special attacks to master as well. Plus the soundtrack is said to be hard-hitting. Woo! Just like the gameplay. I'm actually going to try to reach out to the developers to see if we can feature this one on the channel because I think it looks so damn cool. If you're watching this, developers, we want to play your game. More cheesy FMV action awaits from our good friends over at Wales Interactive. They just churn these games out these days, don't they? This is Dead Reset, another spooky FMV experience where you are stuck in a self-described death loop. Mature audiences only on this one. They're promising lots of blood, parasites, all sorts of nasties, and choices that will matter, so there's probably going to be multiple endings to this one. If you've played other Wales Interactive games, you've come to expect that. There is a streamer mode as well, so these games are designed to be enjoyed in front of a live audience, just not an audience that's especially squeamish. If you are a fan of this genre, grab this one on the 11th. Ooh, here's a very good-looking cinematic action platformer that's going to be releasing this week, on the 12th to be more precise. It's Chrono Gear, Warden of Time, because we all know you gotta throw Chrono into your title these days. There's a lot of Chrono games out there. I get it though. Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, popular games. It makes sense. I mean, maybe they just like time. I don't know. Well, the slogan here is Warden of Time, so I guess that makes sense. Looks like most of the characters are cute and chibi, but the gameplay looks fast and frantic with some great sword combat. There's special abilities for your character to master, and there's even tons of collectibles across these different levels. That includes music and more. Looks cute and fun to me. For you Tim Burton fans out there, this is a title that apparently already released on VR. I think I do remember seeing it now that I think on it, and it looked really cool. It's Gloomy Eyes, which is described as a self-co-op game. You follow 2 unlikely souls on a journey to find the sun, and it looks like they could use some sun. There's going to be some puzzles to solve as you switch between the 2 different characters, and the gothic vibe is very reminiscent of, you know the one, A Nightmare Before Christmas, or Corpse Bride, one that wasn't quite as good. Looks very weird, a little bit unsettling. The gameplay, it's hard to say without getting my hands on it, but looks like it's going to be going to PC and all major consoles now as of the 12th. And on the topic of puzzles, we have a trolley game. It's called the Trolley Solution, launching on the 12th by Dandans. That's the name of the developer, by Dandans. I wasn't saying by... whatever, you know what I mean. A series of mini-games essentially is what you have here, where you're clicking about your mouse, getting the tracks lined up correctly, and trying to get the trolley where it needs to go. Nice, simple black and white aesthetic. The art looks pleasant enough. Seems like a good little turn your brain off, kind of just move parts around experience if you want to have a puzzle game to mess around with. 20 different mini-game variations in total, they're saying, and 20 different trolley problem variations. Interesting. Now, if you didn't get enough cozy earlier and you love to organize, you like your little little stickers, you like your TikTok stuff, whatever y'all youngsters do these days, this one might be the one for you this week. It's Cozy Organizer. It's launching on the 13th from Rogue Duck Interactive. Looks about as wholesome as games come. Designed to be a stress-free experience, you'll basically just be creative. Clean dishes, paint things, organize things, you know. There's going to be chill music, a few little optional challenges that you can take on that aren't going to be too stressful or anything like that. Oh, look, you can even make your own school lunch or something's going on there, but it looks really, really cute if you're into this kind of thing. Don't pass up on this one. Sorry, I'm out of release date order again, but there's a few titles I missed and I didn't want to do that to you, so I'm adding a few more as if this video wasn't long enough. P1 Anchor Light is launching on the 10th. It's coming from Deadbolt Interactive and Purrfect Games, a ghost hunting title. Ooh, another spooker on this list. You know, it is getting to be that season almost. Taking place in a lighthouse, you'll need to explore some very dark areas to find all the creepy crawlies using an assortment of tools. What lies in the dark? Do you even want to know? I'm not sure I do. I think I'm gonna go on to the next game now. I'm too scared for this one. Bagok, bagok. You didn't think we were done yet, did you? You tired of me yet? Machick 2 is launching on the 10th. It is a roguelike survivor game. Another one of these. Didn't we have one of these earlier somewhere on this list? But you know the drill. But this time, at least you get to play as a chicken. That changes things a little bit, right? You'll have a magical wand as well with a variety of different combinations and builds that'll help you to mow down endless waves of enemies in style. Tons of different accessories to equip to your chickadee chick and huge, massive, enormous, how many words can I use here? Bosses to defeat. And all right, I think we're gonna stop here after this one. It's our last entry for this list. Operation Octo is coming out on the 10th. So if you don't like chickens for whatever reason, but you really liked octopuses, well then you've got some choices. But you'll also have to be into tower defense games to get the most out of this one. Thankfully, if you don't know if you're into tower defense, well, there's a demo so you can try it out for yourself. You play as, naturally, an octopus who has to defeat skeletons under the sea. There's going to be 7 to 9 hours of gameplay here, 3 biomes to explore, tons of turret upgrades, a massive variety of skeletal enemies and bosses. But that's gonna do it for this huge list, Indie Warriors. Thank you for all that you do for independent content. Help us bring a voice to the voiceless over at patreon.com/idreamofindiegames, and I'll see you in the next video.